Each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Heaves it on the run. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
He's got the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. He caught it.
And what a fantastic effort on that catch. That looked to me like it was just going to be a long incompletion, but how about stretching out, corralling the football, and this offense is on the move.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucks! Lining up for the PAT. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's James. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Oregon Ducks offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past in Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll try the right side. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And that's a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the boot, looking for his man. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Now, I love when players... situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Using the quick game. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They fake it, goes to the tight end. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Oh, and he wants to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's there to make the... Damage has been done as they pick up the first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and the red zone. And for this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
They'll throw it on first down. Slings it downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree. So balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football problem out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
What you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances there. There was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Oregon! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your play.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
Number 16 on the field goal.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. On the option. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter. First down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Pulls it in. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires deep on the run. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's open on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting...
Touchdown, Oregon! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
This crowd went from going bananas, cheering their team on, to you could hear a pin drop. Unbelievable execution in a hostile environment to take the lead and win this football game.
Man, that was exhilarating. Incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line?
Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Ducks offense will get the first swing of the game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the timing just a hair off. And now on second down for this offense. The give from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football.
And that pass picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll run it from the gun. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense. Got
a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Lets it fly. And that is interception number 3 on the day. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Open runway ahead. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to...
Touchdown, Georgia! What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by... Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. So Oregon's return team didn't help matters out much there. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have pushing passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The expressway is wide open. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They want to just keep throwing it. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Offense gets set for second down. To throw, it's Gabriel. This time he's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Snap in the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Brings up the second down and goal to go.
These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Wants to fire on second down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ducks!
Touchdown, Oregon. Number 7.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
7, Georgia, 0.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get the ball for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Well, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
A first down for the offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Beck. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Georgia lining up to punt it. Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. 6th play of the drive coming up. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms.
And he intercepts it. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell them.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
Washed up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. He's right on target.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with it.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Brings up 3rd down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
On the return, it's Johnson. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This should be the last play of the quarter. On the run, it's James. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. That last play is the epitome of why you have to have a short-term memory. Just forget about that one. To the air, it's Gabriel. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked.
And they get a sack right out of the gate.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Every defense in the country talks about getting the...
It's a fake. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality. Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, it's Beck. He looks that one in nicely. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
They'll try it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they...
Oh, trickery! He'll try to run it in. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. They went for 2, hoping to vault on top, but they're still sitting a single point behind. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's James. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon!
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
From inside the 15, here comes a return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of the...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. With the catch, it's Smith. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad...
Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Georgia! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to...
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Coming out with it, it's James. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it's been a battle of wills between these two teams through 2 quarters. Bend, but don't break. They've managed to neutralize the explosive playmakers on each side by shutting down passing windows and providing tight coverage. Forget the Jimmies and Joes. This second half could really be about the X's and O's.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Beck. Gets it out quickly. Across the 25. He's got room. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give them the lead.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at it.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Beck. He's got his man. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The play action fake. Looking for a deep man. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
These He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
The lone back's got it. Defense. Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Texas's offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience, Jesse. These kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got it on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play. And I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time Guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns. On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. So Georgia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And I think we're going to see plenty of big plays, especially when you have a couple of guys who can spin the bean like these dudes, Jesse.
These are two guys that can reach every corner of the field. Every throw is at their disposal. We're expecting these offenses to go up and down the field.
Yeah, and it's just going to be so fun to play skill positions for these quarterbacks. Like, you're always open. He's going to throw it a lot. They're going to give him a leash to be able to do that. Just a fun day of fireworks.
Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
That's caught. It's Evans. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Caught in the backfield, it's ETN. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's got it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
And he's running in the open. Quarterback gets past the marker. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Dropping back, it's back. The throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll get rid of it. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And it'll be down right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Fires on the move. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Touchdown, Georgia! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it at the end zone, making a huge play.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. The kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Scanning the field, it's Beck. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line.
Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 25. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. It's reverse. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And Reese, you can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him a wide receiver. Nowadays, you can also call him a running back. These guys get the football so much. You hand him the football like this, and you can see why. When he's got jets like that to turn on the jets and just smoke people, those angles are just erased. You can see. That's why you get this guy the football as much as you can.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Georgia, number 15, with the carry.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So an 82-yard drive there, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
27, Texas 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Golden. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Longhorns will take over
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Steps away to find some room. Picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Can anyone catch him? And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia, number 11.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The sweet feet buy a little time. That's caught. It's held. Knocked down for the tackle.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Ewers. Flips it out to the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. Open space at the 25. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Caught behind the line. It's Blue. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen...
And it's picked off. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. A little trickery, and they flip it ahead. Pulled down for the tackle. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Golden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. These quarterbacks have been spinning that ball so far, but just when you think you got to drop 5 or 6 into coverage, these dual-threat QBs can burn you on the ground. I think realistically, the defense that's able to best contain one of those aspects is going to be the defense that breaks serve and finds a path to victory.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough on the attack.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's back. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. On the run, it's Etienne. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground.
This, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Nice job by the defense. First and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
It is good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. That completion delivers a first down. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Blue. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Leaves it with the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Now, a 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. On the ground, it's Blue. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
It must be great to be a Georgia linebacker. Coming downhill with speed, defensive front eats up blockers, and you make the play.
It is nice, and it's nice because usually they got 3 guys in front of you. They're eating 5. And those linebackers get to come downhill, make plays in the backfield like you saw right here.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Coming up, 4th down.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big...
Oh, he didn't spike it, looking to pass. Now adjusting. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Etienne. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much.
Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do.
Running toward the tape. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes. He has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Across the 25, he's got room. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They'll try to pound their way in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Texas! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Here comes the 2-point try. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Dogs! They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. Ripping through the defense. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Here comes the Texas offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds.
Off he goes. Powers through. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Pressure coming. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed?
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Georgia trying to use every second on this clock. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
They'll try to get him on the fake. Oh, they are all over him. That never had a chance, and the fake blows up in their face. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart. Big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already... Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Got his man out of the backfield. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking the handoff. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Dogs have their offense in high gear. Give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Now the play fake. Caught on the outside. It's Lovett. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Georgia.
First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Etienne. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Beck. It's complete! He gets it in! Touchdown, Georgia! The AT unit on the field. Here's the snap. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks offense will have its first possession of the game. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at 8.
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He'll pull it down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Going to try to get it himself. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Brings up second down.
This crowd knows when to bring it. After run, now throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Absolute shame. Missed it. Missed opportunity with the field goal, and the deficit is still 15. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed behind the line. It's Etienne. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the move is the 30. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Dogs! And the one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took over. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, we have two of college football's most powerful teams as we are set for a top 5 showdown. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes offense takes the field. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Paul.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Looking for a crease, it's Henderson. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They're bringing heat. Keeps looking downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing.
What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Howard. Buys a little extra time. Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Belt. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. That was a lightning-fast drive. And oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Bounced off his feet. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. He's going to let it go. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Oh, look out on the right. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back to throw. It's Beck. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the ground, it's Judkins. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Turns it loose deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Giving him his pads. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lines.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes the catch, it's Bell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Unloads it downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Makes the grab. It's Etienne. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Brings up 2nd down.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Georgia 13, Ohio State 6.
And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an
Gonna take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Extending the play. Fires downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 15, Georgia 13.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
They're trying to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. To the air, it's Beck. Gets it to the back. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Offense set on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers.
He's looking deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now they'll run the draw. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Takes it the other way. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David. Now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical. And welcome to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. 48.